Swaddy Cup, everybody. BJ and Bae changing lanes. You know me. What are you trying to do? And where are you trying to go? Because life is short. Again, welcome back to the channel here. BJ and Bae changing lanes. And we're going to start doing some little updates to the channel. As you noticed before, recently we first started doing YouTube. Just posted a lot of shorts. Not too many topics regarding Thailand, but just different areas we've been in Thailand. But now, as I'm getting more established with it, more comfortable on the camera, I can start posting more longer videos regarding our experience here in Thailand. So I just want to reiterate and go back a little bit. Me and my wife, me and Bae, we're from Metro Atlanta area, everybody, from the United States and Georgia, and we moved out here in Thailand in 2025 here in March this year. And now it's December, end of the year, holiday season, going to 2026. And we've been here now for officially about 9 months, and we've been really enjoying the experience living here in Thailand. And so somebody's always saying, what's all the hype about Thailand? It's way, 25 hours away in Southeast Asia. Well, that's the point. It's 25 hours away or longer in Southeast Asia. And it's also a central hub Bangkok here area. So you go to other countries around here as far as, China, as far as Hong Kong, things like that, Vietnam, a lot of people go to Da Nang, Malaysia, Penang, stuff like that, Philippines and Bali, stuff like that, these areas. So it's a very central hub on this side of the world. And we like that. Now, we haven't explored other countries yet, but we've just been exploring mainly, as you know, in my videos, here in Thailand. And so what's so special about, or what's make Thailand a good choice? Well, it's a modern, convenient country over here, global experience. In Thailand, always talk about cost. The cost is affordable over here. It's not too hard to get a retirement visa. It's 1 year renewable, so I do like that, enjoy that about the visas here in Thailand. They also have other options if you're not 50 years of age, got to be 50 for the retirement visa. They have also the DT visa or Destination Thailand visa. So from age 20 on up or even older, all you need for that particular visa, everybody, is $15,000 US dollars in your bank account to show that for proof of income and take one of the programs they have. And so the program they have as far as that visa is the Muay Thai boxing training, culinary school, medical tourism, and the Thai language. And also have others as far as if you're a nomad or digital worker, remote, you can qualify with your company to work here in Thailand, or freelancer, your own business online. So different options for that. And again, I mentioned regarding retirement visa, you need 25,000 US dollars in a Thai bank account or $2,000 monthly income or a combination of both to get that retirement visa. So living here in Thailand is, we enjoying that. We're learning that experience about visas, going down to the dreaded immigration office experience here in Thailand in Bangkok, the Division 1 location building. And it's just a hectic building, like a super crazed, hyped up DMV, driver's license plate, seemed like it. And so you learn things. We've been learning here in Thailand. Again, we've been enjoying it. And really, until you be in Thailand the long term, like we are now, to boots on the ground, as they say, to really see the country here, then you're starting to understand about, hey, I can really live here in Thailand, or it's not for me. Some people talk about the weather is too hot and muggy. It is hot all year round. So I like the hot weather. I'm from a cold state, originally from Michigan. So hot all year round weather. I like that. Again, learning the culture, the people, you see the friendliness of the people here in Thailand. Me and Bae, we found out, and that's been making this journey even more better for us, that, wow, there's friendly people around different countries. It's not just our country. It's more respectful of the older culture here in Thailand. When you visit and living here, especially in your local community, people get to know you, you get to know them, some of the locals, and you kind of build that little bond relationship. And I like that. You don't get a chance to do that back at home. We come from U.S., so I do like that experience here. It is nice. It's really, you can see it in me, it's just, it's a journey. Like I said, I talk about changing lanes. You have to change your lanes. It's a lifestyle change. I started a weight loss journey here, losing weight, dropped over 50 plus pounds. And my wife as well, Bae. So losing weight, thinking differently, again, getting healthy again, so we can start a jump start what we want to do as far as being so-called retirement or pre-retirement living lifestyle here abroad. And I'm glad I did things early. I'm 54 years old, and so I appreciate that, of doing it early. Yes, I leave in the workforce early enough. Well, I should have more resources to retire on, but it's not all about money. Then the money over here helps because it goes further here in Thailand. So that's another option where we came here. Again, you get condos and houses from 300 to 800,000 USD based on a low to medium budget income, and you get nice places to stay. As you can see behind me a little bit, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo here for like $765 US off the river. And I like that. And the same one bedroom in these units come up like $300 some to 4. Luxury amenities and condos. So Thailand has a lot to offer everybody. Again, I like the freedom of walking around here. They have offering diverse culture of different nations and people around here living in Thailand. So it's just a huge change. It is a change of seeing the Thai people as the majority instead of our folks back at home as a majority. And then getting the respect I mentioned about respect for people, culture here, seeing the monks and stuff, and it's just more calmer. What they call, take it easy or relax, slow down or whatever, calm down, jai yin yin, jai yin yin. And so that seems to be the mentality of jai yin yin, of just calming down, relaxing the people here in Thailand. Me and Bae noticed, and again, that's making the experience enjoyable. Traveling across the country here, going to the northern regions a little bit, the central, east and west, and south of Thailand, exploring. It's been an amazing journey. And again, mentioned affordability here in Thailand, very affordable. And even I've been talking about on my, also on TikTok, you check us out on TikTok, regarding doing things here in Thailand for different areas we go to, far as long-term care here. I've been looking at long-term care also here in Thailand. Possibly I thought for my father at one time, some of the nursing homes, having a nurse come to the home here, and it's 1,000 times a lot affordable. Now that one I'm gonna say cheap. Now that's cheaper, way cheaper compared to the United States as far as long-term care facilities, which my dad's father, his Social Security, his pension, and my stepmom, with her Social Security, can live a very comfortable life here and have somebody come to the home, everybody, and not be in a facility. So those things are off that I was looking at when we came to Thailand. It wasn't just say support so much retirement, but also what's the long-term goal, and also that I always talk about our future Social Security and pension. I mentioned we're only 54, so we're 8 years away, can cover our lifestyle here, and just one person, just mine, will meet our needs, everybody, and you can live a wonderful life over here. Like, oh my gosh, this alone I live good. As long as you meet the qualification for the retirement visa I mentioned, the $25,000 in the Thai bank account as a couple per person, so like 50,000 per person. For a couple rather, in a Thai bank account here to get the mobile banking, access to the QR code prompt payment they have here. Income, like I said, of $1,600, $1,500, $2,000 some dollars a month, you live comfortable here. And also save some money and do some investing still. So it gives more options, I think. Coming to Thailand helps you be more, to me, global minded. I talk about our group, my little fan group as far as the TikTok, being, I call it ARC-B, everybody. Being adaptable, or Gen Xers, us adaptable, we're reflective, creative, and we're more becoming. So meaning adaptable, we adapt to change better as Gen Xers compared to the baby boomers, our parents. And so we're thriving differently. We're not being adaptable. We're not bound by geography or nationality based on our country. And so that's allowing us to be more exploratory and curious. I talk about reflective. We always talk about experiences people have. Oh, I wish I would have did this and that when I was younger. And all that hindsight, as we talk about, I look back, if I did that, years ago or 20 years, I would do it differently. Well, we all say the same thing. We get older. Only difference is Gen Xers, we're bringing that stuff forward. This is what I did, wrong or not right. Now I'm changing my lanes. I talk about changing lanes, everybody, to make sure we make that correction right now, where our parents, baby boomers, didn't do that. And also, as far as creativity, we're more creative. We do it. We've been in businesses. We had long-term careers, 35, 40 years or plus careers in jobs and employment. And so we can bring that to the modern time for dealing with the technology today, the internet, and the AI. That's technology is available now. And we're using these tools, and we're more tech savvy to integrate and to finagle around that type of technology system so we can travel, finances, things like that. So that's why we can do things earlier and not feel like we bound. And also being becoming, which the B in our group, I call for us, the ARC-Bs, that we're really evolving. I'm talking about evolving to something different than we never thought we'd become, as far as being influencers, being on social media. And so we're influencing people to think and change differently. That's my goal, is to don't wait till the last minute. As you know, everything's not going to be perfect. I'll give a little quick story on that. You're not going to always have all the money. I remember I sold my house, not the one we was recent, but the one before we sold back in 2021, the end of it. We was talking about possibly going, overseas, start investigating. instead of going to maybe to Florida, talking about pre-retirement, to go overseas. And Florida's just expensive. And so when we looked at overseas here, like in LA area, talking about Panama, I think we looked at Portugal, and then, Thailand and Bali, Indonesia. But I was thinking, after we sold the house, and maybe after about 5 more months, I got my last, not last, but one of my bonuses from corporate UPS when I was working at the time. I was thinking, well, we got this amount of money. Maybe we should go overseas now and get settled and start learning, so that way we can really finagle the culture and learn, without being under pressure financially. But that was probably the best time to do that. But, we didn't do it. We had a daughter in high school still, the last one trying to finish up, 2 more years to go. You get your little lump sum money. Hey, I want to buy a car. I got a little truck, off the road truck. And daughter, she needed a car for high school, to drive. And this, you start, you spending money buying furniture, moving to a different neighborhood. From buying own, I went to renter, from buy own home ownership, So you start doing things with your resources, and you find out you use too much. And then now when we pulled the trigger to come over here, I said, man, I could have all that money from before and could have pulled it to live here, and really could have actually not being here. Like I said, now you don't know till you're here. Now, I never came to Thailand before in 2021. We didn't come to 2022. We went to Phuket at one of the resorts and stayed about 12 days. And then I started to see, and then we came back 2023. That's what got the ball rolling more. We stayed 3 months. We've been to Koh Samui, Hua Hin, and Bangkok, looking at condos and villas. So then it started to click. Like, man, Thailand, I could stay here. Put money aside. Like I said, if I use an example, I seen a villa. We seen a villa in nice one in Hua Hin with the pool and everything. Was $500 US, like $525 a month. I was like, well, I'm only about, you start doing the math, it's only about little $6,000 for the year, rental. And you can negotiate here in Thailand. There's no credit check or income verification per se, or credit, criminal, as far as income, just as far as proof of funds. I said, well, I got this place I was thinking, and $6,000. If I put aside, I mentioned I sold help, I put about, I don't know, I say $36,000 aside just for rent or something like that. That's for sure. I know it's 6 years, $600 a month. I mean, $500 a month, about $6,000. A little over, because a little over in change, but $6,000 is a standard I use for price. 6,000 times 6 is $36,000. Well, I had that easy. That's been 6 years covered rent, and a nice place in Hua Hin, south of Bangkok. Again, Hua Hin is by everybody. I'm talking about location. Thailand is south of Bangkok, about 3.5 hours south. Beautiful retirement facility where expats go. And so I seen that, I was thinking, like, what's $36,000 if I put aside 6 years of living? And you ain't paying all at one time, so I can put in like a monthly dividend account. I thought about, let it grow interest a little bit, so I earn some money on it for each year to pay yearly rent. And so stuff like that made me think, like, I could do that early like that, just for that, and really explore Thailand. And still have been, I left out in 2022. So yeah, 2022. If I would did something like that, they sold the house into 2021, 2022 to 2023 to start really to come here. And I was only 52 then. So 6 years, I'm 58. Hey, I had all that time. I'm only 4 years to 62, get my Social Security, my pension. I could have cut that time down. I could have did something like I'm talking about doing now. TikTok, YouTube, learn a little money in between, and have more time to really just engulf Thailand. And so that's what I'm talking about, and more resources. And I had more than that, so I really could have stretched it out after selling the house. Easy stay here in Thailand on that price. I mentioned $500, everybody. The easy about almost, probably about 10 years. Yeah, because 10 times 6, for that price, only 500, it says 6,000 for the year, for 12 months, $500 a month. And then for 10 years, if I'm just paying rent, that's $60,000. I had 10 years of rent already covered. Now you see what I'm talking about. We do the math, and like, man, because we had, at that time, we had sold the house. I think we got all together. We got like about, I think it was about 220 some thousand, 230 plus after the sale total. And so we could have used that. Again, we had the money, the 25,000 I mentioned in the for the visas, sitting in the Thai bank account, sitting. The 50,000 for being a wife, so 25 apiece, 50,000 sitting for the retirement visa, another 60,000 for 10 years to sit around for building interest for the rent. Everything else is just food. I had no bills at the time, really at that time too much besides student loans. So, and maybe one credit card. So we could really enjoy the country and really stretch the time out as I look back. I talk about looking back hindsight and bringing it forward. I was being reflective of us Gen Xers. That's what I'm talking about things when you're starting to see, because I'm here now in Thailand, living it every day. I'm like, man, I could have been doing this and looking at maybe possibly that money to start a business here. I got a business visa, so we could look at that. We want to buy a home instead of rent a home here in Thailand. So things like that you don't know until you actually in the midst of the environment or the culture here like this in Thailand, and really trying to learn the society, how to live here. Just like back at home, you got a high school 18. Hey, I need a job. I go to military or go to go to college. You start doing things the same way, twirling how you're gonna live. I'm gonna get me an apartment on my own. Of course, I'm gonna get a car. We was in the States, but in Thailand, you do the same thing. Being older, we just didn't know how to do it. And now again with internet and people like ourselves, BJ and Bae Changing Lanes, we're trying to tell people about these things here. You can do it early. You don't have to wait till the last minute, because you're not gonna always have, again, your full income, benefits or retirement to do things. If you wait till the last minute, you may not have the physical strength. Of course, you get older, you get more nervous and afraid and scared to do things. And so when you do it early, you get a chance to really do it. So I'm still super sharp. I take the public transportation everywhere. So I get on BTS and go around Bangkok. I'm okay getting in their Grab or like boat type taxis here. I'm okay taking a bus. They're like a little fancy bus when I want to go to Pattaya or Hua Hin, or take it up to a train to Chiang Mai. So I'm not afraid to travel and get around. Also Southeast Asia, because I'm still blessed to have my faculties to do things. But if you get to be too much older, you slow down. Just like a child from a teenager at 13 or 12 and turn 18 is totally different from that 12-year-old versus 18. The body changed, they develop differently. Same thing at 62, to 67 to 8 to 70. From that time, 62 might have been fine, but 67 to 70, the body changes and it's not the same. And so I'm taking that same thinking of doing things early here in Thailand, coming here to live abroad, and it's been so much better. Again, I learned the culture, I can fit in, I can find things to do, and so I like that. And so that's what I'm talking about, of experiences for me and Bae, and we've been sharing them even on TikTok, and now we're trying to share them on, again, on YouTube here, so I can start doing longer videos, because I have that time restraint on TikTok. But just trying to give you a generalization picture of a little bit of our story and background, what we did, was thinking, what we probably, I mentioned hindsight, should have done, that came here, and I had the children come, as far as the younger one, daughters anyway, and experience Thailand with us, and it'd have been a whole lot easier. But it's still kind of easy now. We did okay. I mean, just as far as just learning, again, once you're in a country and really seeing what you're doing every day and what you can do by getting housing and transportation, like I mentioned, you're like, oh, okay, now I can live in this country. And I met people that have done it. So now we met people at the church here. We usually attend the, for our social and interacting, the International Apostolic Church of Thailand here in Bangkok. That's the Oneness of God teaching the church here, and I enjoy the ministry there with Pastor Steve from the UPC, United Pentecostal Church from the U.S. They do ministry and outreach here in Thailand, so I appreciate that. And they're in Bangkok, and I enjoy them, fellowship with them, and I enjoy also the Bible studies. So I learned that, hey, the church is here too. Wow. So I'm not missing nothing back home. Of course, there's the beautiful malls here. There's the movie theaters, things like that. So there's a lot of things here, plus the tourist excursions you can do here in Thailand to get familiar and learn the country and their culture and the people and the language. They do speak a level of English here, so I enjoy that. And the big cities, some of the smaller areas might not as much, but still just enough about asking where the restroom is at, or bathroom, toilet as they call it here, and getting something to eat, transactions, as far as any purchases at the local stalls like that in the marketplaces. So that part, I like Thailand and enjoy it. And so I just want you to get a general idea that you can come to Thailand early in life. You have to wait so-called to get to the full 62 or 67 years old to do it. It's nice because then you have more set income coming in as far as your Social Security, maybe pensions and VA benefits like that, and investments to pay for your life here in Thailand, being retired. And I met a lot of people doing that. I met people working too. Some younger people, they've been here so far. Some people met 10 years. a guy from Iran, 10 years, young guy, only about 35. And I met some people from the Philippines that have been here working for 15 to 20 some years. And so like, wow, they already had a life. And I'm just not catching up. And so it makes you think differently when you see other people doing it already, living here and enjoying the country of Thailand. So I'm gonna end it on that note. I'm gonna try to be more organized, have some more set thoughts for you next time as far as coming on and have a little more pathway of structure regarding some of our routines throughout the week we might do here. And also visit when we go to immigration. Talk about immigration, we'll talk about more about the visas and the visa process as far as retirement visa for everybody. Medical insurance, so you do that medical insurance and modern hospitals here in Thailand. So you don't have to worry about being fearful about getting sick and what to do. I gotta fly all the way back home for the States or where we come from, Europe, to get medical assistance. They're very highly trained here as far as medical. And a lot of people coming for medical tourism from around the world. So you don't have to worry about Thailand for that. And again, talk about getting medical insurance here as well, health insurance. So we'll talk about that more and more on the channel. I'm starting doing more longer these videos. And again, have a more organized set format. So a question and answer. Even I'm gonna talk to myself, make questions. I'm gonna get the answer to those questions that I have in some of my chats and even in a TikTok. So you can see about some of the information people are asking about. How can I live abroad in Thailand? And talk about, hey, BJ and Babe, how can I change my lanes? So thanks for watching and paying attention. This content is good. If you like and enjoy it, just follow and subscribe. And we appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Ka kung kap. Stay safe, everybody.